How about you, Trev? What do you find to be some greens and reds flags?
Red flags to me, like I said at the beginning, you work an angle. Like you're not genuinely with me to be with me. You're genuinely with me to receive something. And I'm not opposed to you having guy friends, but if you in the car with them, you at their house, oh, I see all that Chick-fil-A or something eating, and that's a red flag for me.
Bruh,
Too close to you guy friends.
bruh. When it comes to that guy friends thing, bro, if we're dating, like if we're like in those stages where we're trying to progressively move forward, this is something that I decided at a certain point in time. I decided guy friends that are gonna be guy friends, like are in-person guy friends. I don't believe in guy friends that you text and talk to on the phone on a regular basis like your girlfriends. For me, that's like that ain't gonna fly for me. If there's gonna be coordination of events, it's gonna be through the guys. If there's gonna be plans made for doing something, that's gonna be between the guys. Like I don't need to talk to my homie's girl, my homie's wife, whatever the case is. I'll talk to her husband. I'll talk to her, that's just a respect thing for me. And to me, if a girl gets into a relationship and she is still entertaining these casual friendship as they were single friendships with guys in text and phone call form, to me, that is a no-go, and that's a hard boundary line cross.
Now, when it comes to dating, you ain't just dating one person. Now, that's what I get the dating scene to be. That a person is looking for a person. You know what I mean? So they're talking to this person. They might be talking to a few people, you know what I mean? And they're trying to find out what really floats they boat. Now, a red flags to me is, for one, you talking about your old relationship. That's showing me that you still have problems. That's showing me that you not over that. You talking about your past relationship. You're not being completely honest about who you are in your life. You know, a red flag to me is everything is all good. That's a real thing.
Interesting piece on that. All these guys were doing a speed dating with this girl. And on this speed date, the girl would tell the guys, oh yeah, I've cheated on my boyfriend before. I've been in polyamorous relationships. I used to be like a addict and now I'm kind of getting over it. And I'm just doing me. And to be honest, now I'm just trying to look for a relationship and that. And she was throwing out all these things that guys would consider as red flags.
That's not a red flag to me.
And that's exactly what they said. They said that because of the fact that she was so transparent and honest about that, because of that, they trusted her to be transparent and honest going forward, and they were willing to sweep it underneath the rug.
That's a person being authentic. That's a person giving you the opportunity. If you're not built for that, okay, this is not the type of person I want because this is going to be in my mind. Opposing to a female telling you everything's good, and then eventually down the line, you find out that she was poly, that she had addictions, that she was this and that. She was shielding that. But when a woman or a man presents these things to you like that, they're not blaming anybody. They're taking full ownership of their actions. Okay, now, it's like that. Everybody has a past. You know what I mean? She really wants to be loved. You know what I mean? She done been through all the trials and tribulations. She done been through the hurt. She's been through the situations where she's been wrong, where she's been hurting dudes. She's learned about having karma come back on her for doing these deeds, and she just really wanted to be loved for who she is.
I understand that thought process and how a person gets there. I completely disagree with it though. And for me, if I heard about that, I'd be like, oh, you've been through all that. Good to meet you, homegirl. I wish you the best in life. It ain't for me. I ain't the one.
I'll be honest with you. My partner has told me about her past and who she's been with and whatnot. If it doesn't bother you as a man that your woman tells you, like you're glad she's honest with you, but if she tells you like how many people she's with before, if it doesn't bother you, I feel like you don't really have that soul connection with that person because you don't want to think of her with anybody else.
There was an interesting post that I saw a little bit ago, and it was a man talking about how he was like 28 and she was like 24. And when they met, they dated for a little while and then they finally ended up sleeping together. And when they did, she said something that made him go like, huh, that's strange. Like, you don't know how to do this type of thing right here. And he ended up discovering, oh, wow, she was a virgin and she had never done any type of act with another guy. And the way that he described it was as knowing that I am her body count, knowing that I am her first, knowing that she trusted me in that way. I own her sexuality essentially right now. And I have a job to do where I have to take care of this woman. I am her whole experience. Everything that now happens in the way that she looks at the world in these certain aspects, I play a huge part in shaping that. And because of that, he felt this desire to protect her from any type of danger, to give her what she needed to be able to be happy and be content with their relationship and be good. And he just treated her like his personal princess. The resonance was that a girl that only knows you in that way trusts you in a special way that she's never given to another man. And so hearing that, I'm like, I get it. That was something that I can actually say that, like, I experienced that with my wife. I am essentially her guide in that same manner. And on a biblical note speaking, that goes to kind of say, like, she trusts me to lead in that realm when it comes to all things bedroom wise. And that's my job, is to steward her and to guide her in that. Just a whole different experience, just being like, all right, cool. Let's see what you done learned out here. Rather than like, oh, it's time for me to teach you, you know? And it was just a whole different thing. But I resonated with it. Ron, you look like you got some thoughts, man.
There were definitely some thoughts. I mean, as long as she was, I mean, that was pretty altruistic of that guy. Instead of being all ate up in his ego and taking, I was her first. It was like he saw it as his quest, his goal, to protect her. I'm guessing that's kind of what it sounded like. I mean, kind of, instead of being this macho guy about it, I mean, just coming in and being very caring, that was a good story, I think. As long as, like I said, as long as she was okay with what he was saying, about making her feel comfortable and stuff like that.
Yeah.